Everyone wants to meet great people on those sparkling sunny days, like today. That's why Today Recipe for Friendship meets Italians. Buongiorno, signore e signori. My name is Alevtina Magyarova. What awaits us in today's episode? Learning Italian through songs. Recipe of pasta that is easy to prepare yourself.
Ragazzi, andiamo, già pronto, nostro spaghetti.
Incredible Tarantella. And amusing stories. When I first came here, I was 22 and there were 4 or 5 Italians, not more. In fact, if you want to know exactly how many Italians live in Kazakhstan and how they live, you should ask our friend, Carmen Barbaro. Today, Recipe for Friendship is very lucky to be the guest of an Italian who is familiar with all Italians that live in Kazakhstan. Carmen often says about himself, sooner or later all Italians come to me. And though we are not Italians, we also came to you. Because why come to me sooner or later? Because I translate and legalize documents. In the last few years, many Italians marry Kazakh girls. Maybe they just do it like you did. Yes, 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 maybe, because I was one of the first. Carmen has been retelling his history of Kazakh life, love, and work for the last 20 years. That's why now questions like these annoy him. He talks about his paintings with more pleasure. Also, this couple is famous as founders of Italian culture and a language center. Italian cuisine is usually accompanied by tales and enthusiastic cheers. Many of us grew up on Italian music, and Italian language is poetry of sounds. Maybe meeting Kazakhstani Italians would be a great occasion to learn Italian. Buongiorno, buongiorno, come va? Bene. This is the beginning. Italian now has official status in 4 countries, in addition to Italy, Vatican City, Switzerland, and San Marino. There are about 65 million people in the world who speak Italian. Despite the fact that it is not the most common language in the world, it's very important among Roman Germanic group of languages, because Italian is the closest language to Latin. Also, it is very easy to learn, especially when learning occurs through songs. Since we are saying that Italian language sounds like a song, I think that it is better to learn it through song. Now, Augusto, Carmen, and Diane will teach me an old, beautiful, and sad love song. La canzone di Marinella. Si. The story of a beautiful girl, her beloved man, and violent king is full of adjectives and metaphors. It was written a long time ago by Italian minstrel who sang it during his wanderings. And today's singer and musician, Augusto Amicucci, plays it for us. Which words would be easy to understand for everyone? Primavera means spring. Of course, Bella, beautiful girl, yes. And Stella means star. Amor doesn't need any translations. Augusto Amicucci also has been living in Kazakhstan for many years, and he doesn't want to leave. The musician produces videos and gives performances, and not only in Italian. Kazakh is not easy for Italians, but nothing is impossible.
Bravo!
Italian songs are more melancholy and lyrical, but their dances are different. Here, Italian temper can be free, booming music and overflowing emotions. The most popular folk dance is Tarantella. Young dancers of ensemble mix dance Tarantella with their heart and skill. There's no typical Italian, so there's no typical Italian costume. South of Italy has been keeping traditions for a long time, and dresses like this were worn to the 30s of the 20th century. The most popular Italian dance, Tarantella, also came from the south. There are a few versions of Tarantella origins. According to one of them, dance was named after the city it came from, Taranto. The second says the dancers were trying to squeeze all the spiders that were living in their lands, and that's why they were stomping with might and main. And the third one is the most interesting. It says about a man that was bitten by a spider, and the doctor told him to drink a glass of red wine and dance for a few hours, so that the poison would come out with his sweat. Well, do you think the people let him dance all alone? So either you squeeze the spiders, either you get rid of the poison. And do you feel how everything evil disappears during dancing? Yes. Carmen says that there's no typical Italian man. The natives of various regions of Italy have different looks and different types of temperament. However, there's something in common between them. For example, loving of home cuisine, ability to receive guests, and friendliness. Some houses' heart is the living room, but Carmen's is his workshop. Here is my workshop. And that is my youngest daughter in Italy. Here are my paintings, one of the last works. Here we were talking about keeping Italian traditions. It is our prosciutto, parmesan, wine, sausage. And when I put this picture on Facebook, my sister from Rome wrote me, "Look how many sausages." Ham? Are you Muslim? Yes, I'm a sinner. I have a mother-in-law who is praying for me, so I'm going to eat sausages and ham. I wanted badly to say that Italians have a great sense of humor. Well, let's not talk about it all Italians. Carmen has a great sense of humor. Maybe because of that, Carmen is popular among art connoisseurs. His naturalness, vivacity, everyone likes it, and his exhibitions gather crowds. I had just began, wanted to put Kazakh ornament, then changed my mind. Changed my mind again in the evening, again in the morning, and that's why it's still here. Here are Italian lemons combined with tea. Italians don't drink as much tea as Kazakhs, and here's the combination of Italian lemons and Kazakh tea. Carmen has created about 6,000 paintings in his life. He says that some years he produced about 250 paintings, and according to his workshop, inspiration hasn't left him yet. This room is my world. My world. Anywhere else, I am just a guest. It doesn't matter that it is so small and it's hard to move here. Before it was bigger. Thank God I have this one. Here I can do anything I want. It's my world and my place. Why do Italians enjoy living in Kazakhstan? Why do they fall in love with Kazakh women and their marriages are strong and durable? Is it because Kazakh and Italians' mentalities are similar to each other despite the geographical distance? The question is philosophical, of course. Nevertheless, there's no doubt that Italians don't fall short in hospitality. Everyone would like to be their guest. Welcome to Fragrant Delicious and your favorite page of the episode. Cucina Italiana waits for us today. It is Sharbat. She is going to teach us how to cook what? Today we'll cook pasta with tuna. And how does it sound in Italian? Macaroni con tonno. Sharbat learned about Italian cuisine with the help of her husband, but she doesn't cook very often, because it is common to see a man cooking in Italy. So what do we need to prepare an Italian dish? So what do we have? Macaroni, especially spaghetti. Cannelloni and penne come with other sauce. This is how Italians taught me. Memorize all the ingredients. First of all, olive oil, garlic, onion, red pepper for spicy taste, tuna, olives, caperi, tomatoes, capers. Yes, capers, but it's caperi in Italian. So we can learn Italian at the same time. And dry white wine. Ease and grace that characterize Italian food is based on the principles of a healthy home-cooked meal, tasty and fragrant, and I would even say poetic. The most important thing here is not a recipe, but the mood, a moment of creation. I think that when I met Carmen for the first time, I was interested in his paintings. I passed his art through myself, and only after that I became interested in cuisine. People say that the way to a man's heart lies through his stomach. I think in this case we can flip this saying inside out. When we visit Italy, I say to Carmen that I don't need any Italian restaurant. I think that no restaurant serves such delicious food as Carmen's sister does. I think that this passion for cuisine is common in them, because Carmen also cooks very well. During the filming of our project, we visited many wonderful people. Kalmyks taught us to say good wishes over the cauldron with a special tea. Together with Uzbeks, we thought about good things during the preparation of sumalyak. Koreans told us about an old man who never sat at the table before he made sure that his wife prepared the dinner with a good mood. I think that people all over the world desire to cook with love. The audience won't let us die. We have filmed many diasporas, and we had kitchen talks with almost each of them. And there were no people who didn't tell us that it is important to cook with love. Everyone points at it. It's just these words sound differently in different languages. Looks like we need to add one more word to the list of ingredients. This word is already familiar to us, amore. By the way, Italian words for tomatoes, which is added in many Italian dishes, also contain this word, because pomme di amor means the apple of love. And scientists have confirmed that Italian passion for life and passion for tomatoes are connected to each other, because tomatoes help our bodies to produce hormones of happiness. You know, sometimes when I try Italian food, and it is easy to detect that food was prepared without love. Do you understand? It can be so. Indeed, the man who prepared it says, I was in a hurry, I did it in an easy way, doesn't it taste good? Do you understand me? That's why I emphasize that Carmen and his sister always cook with love. Well, I don't know, but Carmen always cooks with great pleasure. Let's remember the most important ingredient of Italian cuisine, a pinch of love. Cooking of pasta with tuna, which Sharbat is showing to us, is very easy and doesn't require much time. If I understand correctly, all the spices in Italian cuisine that have bright flavor, e.g. garlic, go directly into hot oil for brighter taste. Yes. But anyway, such ease and confidence come with experience and practice. Generally, when you visit an Italian, he can talk with you for a long time. And you just sit and wonder if he will ever feed you. Because there's no smell of food, nothing is boiling or cooking. And in half an hour he tells you, well, let's prepare some pasta. And everything will be ready in a few seconds. And finally, there are the favorite tomatoes. But you don't need so many tomatoes, because this sauce should be seen. One more ingredient which is common for Italian cuisine, It is common for Italian dishes that many of them contain dry white wine. The sauce is almost ready, we just leave it under the cover for some time. And meanwhile, we have to boil spaghetti. But try not to overboil it, Italians don't do it. The tip is always here on the package. It's said that you need to boil for 7 minutes, so it literally means 7 minutes, not more than that. Do we add oil? No, we don't. Boiling water, salt, and spaghetti. And certainly, it's a very big mistake to break long pasta. Once Charbat made such a mistake, she broke long handmade spaghetti for soup. She wanted to prepare soup for her husband when he was ill, and he was horrified when he saw everything. But he didn't tell her anything, and Charbat found out about her mistake many years later. So what do you think? Well, I wasn't familiar with Italian cuisine at that time and did prepare macaroni with mince. No, I made him Kazakh soup with kespea, and that pasta was so long, almost a meter in length. How could I fit them in the soup? So I broke them in smaller pieces. When I brought him my soup, his face changed, and I think that his temperature rose from 38 to 40 degrees. What other mistakes do you need to avoid if you want to cook like Italians? Don't wash pasta with water. It's another taboo. Do Italians wash pasta? No, I knew the answer. Some love, some ingenuity, a bit of a sense of humor, and you have already prepared a dinner and learned a few new Italian words. While spaghetti is boiling, let's have a small lesson of Italian language. For example, if you've burnt yourself, how to say it's hot. Mamma mia. Mamma mia is for all occasions. Mamma mia. Mamma mia. Santa Lucia. And so on in Italian. You know how to sing. Did you manage to memorize? Tuna, tonno. Tomatoes, pomodoro. Parsley, prezzemolo. Garlic, aglio. Olive, oliva. Capers, caperi. Onion, cipolla, and pepper, pepperone. The first lesson of Italian language passed here near the cooker. The whole process took about 15 minutes, and of course within the conversation the time passed unnoticed. And it's not surprising that the lion's share of today's episode is passed in the kitchen, because Italians and their cuisine are inseparable. It's dinner time. So how do you invite all family members to the table? Something like, come here faster, the meal is ready. Andiamo, Gia, pronto nostra spaghetti. Most of the Italians don't worry about their body shape. Moreover, pasta from durum wheat is not considered as a high-calorie food. So, will they affect your weight or not? It depends on the sauce. In our case, our food can almost be considered as dietary. But I say it again, it's not Italian habit to think about diets and calories during the meal. Italians don't eat spaghetti with a spoon. It's bad manners, unacceptable. But I'll do it like Sicilians. Our today's recipe is true recipe for friendship, and I'm not speaking about food now. Combination of Italian passion for life and the wisdom of travelers and the artist. It's priceless.
Да. Кушать по-итальянски.
It doesn't mean that we should forget our motherlands, Narinkol, Uzbekistan, or Italy. We're not humans without it. Without it, we're soulless robots who only care about making money. We forget about their ancestors. I always say that we must remember the place we came from. My today's interview is like a box of memories, and the most important thought that Carmen shared with us is to remember our origins, to keep in touch with our roots, and appreciate everything we have.